Hello, fellow translators. I am back. From vacation, from holiday. I was gone for 2.5 weeks, something like that, and I'm finally back. So I want to talk to you guys and tell you that, guys, that I'm back. So anyway, but the main thing I wanted to do is talk about the future of this channel and what's going on. I mentioned this a bit before leaving, and I was thinking about it while I was on vacation, and so now I want to talk to you about it. And yeah, the vacation, by the way, was super busy, but anyway, we finally got to relax at the end, but otherwise it was a super hectic one. But I still found time to think about this, and so I want to talk about it a bit. Please excuse, we're still like unpacking and getting all the stuff here. That's, yeah, car seat and a stroller. That's life with a kid and traveling with a kid, which was, yeah, a lot going on. Anyway, let's get back to it. Talking about the future of this channel, and I did mention this a bit before, and so I wanted to bring it up. So this channel, as you know, is not it's not what I do for a living, right? What I do for a living is I run my agency, and I'm a freelance translator who then kind of set up a small agency, and that's what I do. And these videos have always been extra stuff that I wanted to talk about, and bring up information that I thought should be out there because it wasn't, and it was ridiculous. That's the same reason, why I made my course and wrote the book and all that, because there's so many freelance translators out there, and there was no one like helping freelance translators out. So that's what I wanted to do. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. Now, the issue is that, the idea was always I would do these videos and kind of do them in my spare time. And, and whenever I could help out, I would try to help out. And then that was it. But what's been happening lately is basically it's been interfering with my business, with how I need to make a living. And, I was trying to have the videos come out regularly, twice a week. I was replying to all the comments, and I think I literally have replied to every question that has come up. Sometimes it took me a while, but every question in the comments for me, I've been replying to them sooner or later. At least the ones, that I see, because sometimes YouTube seems to not show them for some reason. And then, it's been hectic. I've also been researching what to do and blah, blah, blah. And I know, the production quality isn't all that good or something, but it did take time away also because I would be doing it during work hours, which is what I'm doing now. Oh, some loud stuff outside. And which is what I'm doing now exactly. Well, the thing is I actually have a conference call coming up later, which is why I have the whole thing set up. I should probably get rid of those though. Kind of push them away. It's a bit less professional with them there. But anyway, so what's going to happen going ahead is I've decided, I could go one of two ways. I could either treat this like a business and actually try to, be more professional about it and actually, see what needs to be done, what needs more investment, what I need to put more effort in, less effort in, and also of a way to make it sustainable and try to earn something. Or I could go the other route and say, no, this is something that I still just do in my spare time, and that's it. So it's a spare time kind of thing. And that's basically the route that I chose. I decided that this is going to be a spare time thing. And so that's what it's going to be. I'm going to get my work done. And only after I've gotten my work done during the spare time is when I'm going to do videos. And so the expectations for you, if you're watching these videos, well, not much might change actually for you if you're watching these videos, because quite frankly, I'm still going to have these videos every now and then, but they won't be as clockwork as before, and they'll be kind of sporadic. I'll still try to reply to questions, but that can't be guaranteed at all. What I was hoping, I remember, and for a while I was hoping kind of to create a sort of community so people would answer each other's questions and stuff like that. I never really did much to foster that or to grow that much. I just did these videos, but I remember I had it kind of in the back of my mind that it would be something cool to have. But regardless, that's pretty much it. And so just when I have spare time is when I'm going to talk about stuff. I have some ideas for videos, but I don't know when I can get to them. This whole week has been hectic, and it looks like next week is going to be quite hectic too. In fact, this weekend, my wife already had plans for us to do stuff as a family, and it looks like I'm going to have to cut a little bit of them short because I'm still playing catch up. But anyway, and that's the thing. I just can't afford the time for it, and so I'm only going to do it when I can afford the time. So another thing I'm going to add though is I'm going to have basically a donations link, and it's a PayPal thing. I think it's donations@luganotranslations.com. I'll put a link to it down below. So that's the thing. If you have a question, for anything that any issues you might have. First of all, I'd say look at all the past videos. I've got hundreds of videos here that I've made, and so chances are I've touched upon it before. Otherwise, you can feel free to ask the question in a comment and see if someone else replies to it, if I can get to it. Or, obviously if you take my course or so in my book or something, it could be there. Or if you want, what you can do is you can use this PayPal thing, this donations website, this donations email, and and send a donation and do it that way. And the reason I do it this way is because then I can be sure that the people who want to know stuff, who have questions, actually have skin in the game. They're serious about it. And it's not just like, well, that could be interesting. I wonder what I should do. Because sometimes I get these questions that are pretty involved for me, and I actually do research to help out, even if it's just on a YouTube channel. And then, I kind of never hear from them. And so I want, maybe they're using them and fruitfully, but half of me thinks, oh, maybe they were just curious and they didn't even bother to read my reply, because sometimes I send these long replies. And, and now they're just doing something else and working, at some other job. And they were just kind of curious. Anyway, so I prefer to, if I'm going to dedicate the time, effort, energy into it, I'd rather have someone who has a little bit of skin in the game. And so, that's why I have that donations website. And I want it to be purely voluntary. That's why it's a donations thing. And it's a link. You want to do it that way, that's fine. But there's absolutely I'm not going to pressure anyone. I'm not even going to say that, oh, if you want to ask a question, that's the way. No, there are many other ways to ask questions. But I'm just putting it up there as an option. And it's a donation. So even if, maybe I've helped you in the past and you want to give a donation, you can feel free to do so. Those are always helpful. And that brings me to the other reason for this donations thing is that it helps me to gauge the interest in this type of thing, to see because if there is enough flow, enough interest in this, then I'm going to reevaluate again, because maybe it is worth treating it more like a business, and then I'll take time away from my regular work day to actually grow this and do something more with it. But I kind of want to gauge the interest ahead of time. And so obviously 100% of all the money I get through these donations will be put back into this business. Like I said, it's a donation. So if it's coffee money, it'll literally be money. I'll pay for my coffee, but while I'm there at the coffee shop, I'll be working on this. And that's why I separated. That's why I set up a different email address just for this. The donations at whatever, the link that I'm going to put below, is just for this, because I do want to separate the two. And so whatever I get from this goes right back into this business and doesn't get mixed up with, there's no commingling or anything with the other business of the translation agency. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's how I'm going to be going forward, I guess. And we're going to see how it goes. I think, once again, for most of you as viewers, not much will change. The videos will still come out. And if you subscribe, if you click the little bell thing, then you should get a notice every time there's a new video. When they do, you can hopefully find videos that help you out. But otherwise, yeah, I do have time constraints, and it's really kind of getting a bit too much. And so I need to compartmentalize, and, I need to start cutting things out. And unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Especially now with a kid here and all that, I need to dedicate myself to what actually earns me money. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And, some internal things that I should probably, that I just want to share with you. There's no real reason to do it or no real reason not to, is, because I also have seen some growth in people requesting resume reviews and what is it? Like, I provide one-on-one consulting and reviews of websites and stuff like that. And if I see more growth in that, then that as well. For now, if someone asks for something, they pay for it, and then I help them out with it, and then that's it. But if I do see more growth in that, then that'll count, as part of this whole business as well, and that I should be dedicating more time to this, to helping freelancers out, helping freelance translators out, and, that side of the business. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think, that's pretty much the explanation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. And otherwise, I should probably soon get ready for my phone call. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, I was on vacation for 2 weeks. The vacation was very stressful because a whole bunch of family came. My wife's mother, sister, the sister's husband, the brother's wife, their kid. My mother came. We had to see all these people. There's a whole bunch of stuff we had to do with the apartment there and shipping stuff and dealing with people who owe us money and blah, blah, blah. But then the second part of the trip, which unfortunately was just like 3 days in Tuscany, that was very relaxing and that was awesome. What else? Oh, I went to a speech by this writer, Pedro Lenz. He's from Bern in Switzerland, and he writes in Swiss German. And Swiss actually writes in Berndeutsch, so in Bernese German. And so he made a speech because his new book is out translated into Italian, and the translator she translated the book directly from Bernese, Berndeutsch, into Italian, which is very rare. Usually needs to be, from Bernese into High German and then High German into Italian. But so it was interesting because after the speech, there was a long line to meet the author, which I also wanted to do. But then I wanted to talk to the translator. There was no line to talk to her. And I spent more time talking to her about it because I was very interested in because she actually was a translator of documents and stuff like I do. And but I'd be interested in becoming a translator for a literary translator at some point. So I was asking her about it, and she was talking about how she got into it and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, that was very interesting. Maybe at some point I'll talk a bit more about that. I'm trying to think of what other stuff I did that had to do with translation. Anyway, I met another author at another bookstore, and we're talking a bit about stuff like that. But anyway, maybe I'll talk about it in some other video in the future, and pinpoint and talk a bit more about the details there. But yeah, now you're updated. You know what's been going on in my life and what will be going on ahead. Like I said, if you have any questions or issues, feel free to let me know. But also, like I said, I'll reply when I can get a chance because I've been pretty busy lately. And that's it. Hopefully it made sense what I say. Like that's because I've been formulating all this time, and so I just wanted to kind of make it concise and say something. Although I've been going over 10 minutes for now. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So like I said, I actually think for most of you not much will change, but I still wanted to kind of put it out there and let everyone know what's happening and what's going on behind the scenes here. And otherwise I will talk to you whenever I make the next video, and I'll see you then. Okay, thanks. Bye. Savedum.